talking about being a man, the responsibility really falls down on you per se?
Yeah, being a man, the responsibility, alright, now that it gets what I was discussing, like, I was basically discussing that she's going to be on my time. And why I say that she's going to be on my time, because I'm never going to be on her time. That's not effective. She don't want that nowhere. Like I said, they're going to complain. They always going to complain. But it's up for you not to break frame. Now, being a man, it falls on me anyway. Like, I saw my dad do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad took care of everything. But I got a habit of saying I feel like, and I don't want to never feel like, because I never want to be in my feelings. But I think that my dad didn't effectively utilize my mom, because my mom has amazing skill sets. Amazing.
And what are those skill sets?
What are those skill sets? Yo, she could fix a ton of stuff, right? She could work on stuff. She got house building skills per se. You know, I'm not usually politically correct words.
What do you mean by house building skills?
Yo, she could just do stuff. She could build stuff. She could work on things. She got blue collar skills.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like a dude that'll work on stuff. She got blue collar skills, like official tissue. Official. You heard? Mm-hmm. And I just think that he didn't utilize her effectively. Now, I think that, you know, how my dad and how my mom see it, you know, that's up to interpretation. It works for them.
Okay.
But me, whoever I'm with, I got to be able to utilize them towards the goal. They got to fit into the structure or the purpose. And it looks like it's about to fall. You know, they got to work for me, essentially. And essentially it's going to work for us.
What is the structure per se?
The structure is man, woman, and child.
Your per se structure.
Yeah, man, woman, and child. Basically, yo, me as a man, I gotta do what I gotta do to maintain whoever I'm with and the children. Okay. She teaches the children, and she assists me in whatever I need help with. And she's also she's also the muse, the motivational aspect. Because
the children, not the muse, too?
Absolutely. But she produces the children. I can't have the children without her. But she's the muse. See, yo, I'm already a motivated dude.
Right.
100 proof to the roof. But yo, it's something about a woman that inspires you to get more. Just to go. Yo, it propels you to for me, it propels me to a level that I never could experience alone or solo, because I don't know. I don't know why. It's something. It's not necessary. I guess it's something about somebody depending on you or making a demand on you that makes you see it through even more so. And you know me, Hov. I get it.
Is the demand by the person or is the demand by the principal?
Yo, it's the demand by the person, because, like I said before, I already gets it, and that's the demand by the principal. But yo, for me, it's something about a person making the demand on you or relying on you that'll put you over the top. For me personally, you know. Being as though I don't rely on a person for anything, right? But it's just something about a person relying on you to do X, Y, Z that it just makes you not want to fail, yo. And that you can't fail. And that's the muse or the inspirational aspect of it.
Mm. Is there really failure?
No, you're right. No. There's only success. There's only success and laziness, you know? I think that people should fail as much as possible. Like, yo, that's what I'm instilling in my children. Listen, go out and fail. Don't be afraid to fail. Fail as much as possible, because the more you fail, the more chance of success that you have, and you know, you get to fine tune X, Y, and Z, and then boom, you got a process you got a process that works, and not only works, it's applicable, it's universal. Mm-hmm. Right? So yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So what is it that your father missed that could have produced something much more with his wife?
Well, they're not married, but I get the sentiments. Well, what I think, because in all actuality, he didn't miss anything, right? He was on. He did what he could for what he had, and for the time period he had to work in. But you always a better trader in hindsight. That's what I like to say. So, what I think he missed is that, he didn't really have a goal in mind. Like, his only goal in mind was, all right, I'm gonna raise my 2 sons. And he did that. He accomplished that. So did he really miss? No, not really. He got the job done. But I think he missed because I think he could have utilized my mom more effectively to obtain more.
Why no marriage?
And see, again, I don't know. I think marriage would have been better. And I don't necessarily know why, but rules are rules. Rules are in place for a reason. I don't want to have children out of wedlock. And some people might say, well, what's the difference?
Oh, there's a big difference.
What's the difference in marriage and just being with a person?
There's a big difference.
Well, what's the big difference?
2 different. 1, America is a corporation.
Okay.
You become a legal entity once you are married in America, which gives you write-off benefits. Sorry, I don't know why I had to say that so rough, but that is all true.
Right.
Second reason, biblically, divinely, spiritually, there's a union making you into one entity. Once again, you're stronger together as one than as 2. There's a binding contract there. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with both your reasonings, actually. And I don't think a lot of people talk about the first reason, but I think more people pay attention to the second reason. But
the first reason is a money saver and grabber.
Right, but I don't think a lot of people can elaborate on the second reasoning. I mean, I could barely elaborate on the second reasoning. But my thing is, I don't need to elaborate on the reasoning. My thing is, doing what I want has not gotten me the results that I want. So following the law, following the principles, X, Y, and Z, and I ain't perfect. Because I still feel like I want to hurt people and do skullduggery every now and then. But just being able to resist the for a lack of a better word, I don't want to mess my stuff up. What I notice is, and I don't know if it's applicable to anybody, but test the theory, see if it's applicable to you. Once I start getting off track and, not adhering to the universal principles and laws and all of that, it messed my stuff up. It messed my flow up. It messed everything I got going on. So that's one of the main reasons I don't want to mess my stuff up. Now, the rules is the rules. My thing is now, I'm looking to follow the rules. I don't care the reason. I don't care the why. I just don't want to mess. I just don't want to mess my stuff up. I want to keep my flow going. Keep them blessings pouring in, without restrictions and things like that, and just keep it moving. That's my reasoning. And is that selfish? Maybe.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Now, you said you want to keep your blessings flowing in, right?
Absolutely.
So, can you have a blessing without action?
Nah, you absolutely not. Like it's a saying we say, in the mosque or whatever. Faith without works is dead.
Okay.
Faith without works is dead. You can't have blessing with no action. But you could have action and get no blessings too. Let's not get it twisted. Your blessings are predicated on the actions that you take. If your actions are rooted in righteousness, then they'll be sustainable. But what may seem like a blessing that's rooted in decadence or negativity or things that are not right and exact, they're not really blessings. They short-term, they short-lived. You know, you will never be able to find any sustainability or happiness in those things ever. No matter how you may make it appear to people from the outside looking in. Never.
So, to turn that all together, because we're talking separate homes,
Okay.
how do you make a society a community?
Yeah, how do you do that? It all starts with a thought. I think it gets back to the intricacies, like, right? Like, we don't need to know the intricacies. It all starts with a thought. If we get the idea, right? If people get the idea that we are a community, everybody gets that idea. The rest will work itself out. Just like people, when you leave people alone, they all sort themselves out in their own compartments, and then it's all cohesiveness and things like that. If we all think this is our community, this is a community, we're gonna be a community, then guess what? Our actions will start to reflect that. Everything starts as a thought. Everything.
But is it not true that it all starts in separate households first?
It could, or it could not. I think that's more methodology. Like, it could start in separate households, but as long as that thought is there, that's all that matters. Or it could not start in separate households. The thought, as long as the thought is there, that's all that matters. Because thoughts, so think, whatever a man thinks, so is he. So everything starts with a thought. You can't act without a thought. Now, that'd be dope if you could, you know what I'm saying? I cause my body to act on its own in dangerous situations and things like that, you know? That'd be pretty dope, but yeah.
But a thought is a rendering from a dream, correct? Or conscious, unconscious dream.
I guess. I mean, I can't speak on the metaphysics or I can't really speak on that. I mean, a thought is just, yeah, I guess you're right. A personalized dream, if you want to be technical. I was gonna say a thought is a thought,
so
that just wouldn't make sense.
What natural human dreams about killing someone every night?
We could look at the history of human beings and look and see a correlation of what group of individuals might think about killing people on a consistent basis. But
in their dreams?
Well, hey man, they become reality. But to answer your question, I don't know. I mean, if the action is there, or if the action is manifested, then I think there's your answer right there. I don't know anybody who thinks of killing people, but history teaches us that a certain group of people, that seems to be the narrative with them.
And with that being said, this is this episode.
How you bounce back after you fall?